I guess the big question a lot of people are asking me now today is what does happen now to those migrants? Do they get distributed into sort of private homes, if you like, residences, HMOs or whatever in Epping, or do they get moved out of the area altogether?
We don't know at this stage, but what I would say is it's not the job of the council to find accommodation for the asylum seekers who were in the hotel.
Right.
It's the duty of government, and of course, if the government were to look at HMOs, which also have regulations as well, the council would look at ways of trying to oppose that. Because personally, I believe that would be a completely inappropriate place, particularly without the infrastructure around it, and actually, again, not knowing who's put in those HMOs and where.
Yeah, because the Home Office, I know you had sort of tried to reason with, didn't you, before you got to the case, the actual court case, where you actually written a letter as the council to the Home Office to say, you know, we don't think this is an appropriate use of the Bell Hotel, and we'd like you to remove them, the migrants. And from my understanding is that they didn't even respond to that.
That's correct. I mean, we've tried as a council every kind of diplomatic and democratic means possible, and the Home Office just kept ignoring us. We then pursued the court case, which actually was against the owner of the Bell Hotel, as you say, for planning breaches. But even yesterday, the Home Office tried to intervene to block the case and actually keep the Bell Hotel open, just completely disregarding the concerns of local people in Epping.
Yeah, exactly right. And have you even to this day, have you had any kind of interaction with anyone from the Home Office or not?
With junior officials. So as a council, there have been meetings with officials where we have expressed our concerns, our opposition, and we expressed that opposition when it was reopened earlier this year. And actually, the line that we kept getting back from government is that all hotels will be closed by the end of the Parliament, which is 4 years, which obviously was not acceptable for my community in Epping and isn't acceptable across the UK more widely.
Right. And have you been told whether or not they're going to try? I'm told this is because it's a sort of an interdict ruling, if you like. It's kind of, you know, it's not the final ruling. They can't really appeal against it, is my understanding. Is that your understanding as well?
Yeah, so the judge yesterday actually blocked the right of appeal, which was fantastic news. The council will look at applying for the permanent injunction, but in the interim period, what will happen is that the owners of the hotel will have to apply for planning permission to the council. I would hope that would get turned down. Obviously, that could be subject to appeal, but we as a council will continue fighting this at every stage and doing all we can and continuing through the legal channels as well.
Right, so as far as you're aware, the next step will be the removal of these migrants to somewhere or other, but they have to actually leave the hotel.
Yeah, so in 2 weeks' time, the hotel has to be closed for this purpose. And then if the hotel owners wish to continue to use it for this purpose, a planning application will have to be submitted to the council.